owned by Vicente Fox, the ex-president.
Yeah.
So he has been our client.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Direct line to the president?
And so we independently started a brand called Cannabis. We started making like these tech talks around cannabis in Mexico City. Working with other CBD clients.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically that's my experience in cannabis CBD industry. And of course we want to push our firm to be the brand to work with digitalizing cannabis or THC products.
Yeah, that's cool.
And yeah, and developing our own products on e-commerce. And I'm also co-founder of Royal. We deliver alcohol within Mexico City in 30 minutes. And another company called Retornar, where we prep doctors for the board exam. And
You got a lot. You spread thin, buddy.
yeah, but all digital.
Yeah, all digital.
Yeah.
So this is.
They can
So let's start from how the product enters. You know, we get all of our product right now as crude oil. That means the initial extraction has been done by a number of different solvents, whether it be ethanol, water, heptane, whatever the solvent style is. We get the crude. We bring it in to this facility. We dissolve the crude oil into a solution of ethanol. That basically suspends, because after you dissolve it, you homogenize it, and it suspends the cannabinoids within the ethanol. Then we quick freeze it. We do that with a combination. We got some cryogenic freezers, and we have a cryogenic walk-in freezer here. After you put it in there, you want to get it at least to negative 20 degrees Celsius. The goal is to get it up to negative 45 to 50 degrees Celsius, because after you get it to that temperature, the solids, meaning any plant matter or fats or sugars or any unwanted substance, is a solid at that temperature, but the ethanol and the cannabinoids remain liquid, okay? So then we put that through a filtration with a Buckner funnel. Basically, this is a Buckner funnel. So it already has a physical filter in the middle, and then you sandwich down to a 2.5 micron, kind of like coffee filter in the middle. You pour your mixture into here, you apply suction, and it gently pulls the material through while trapping the fats, sugars, lipids, everything we don't want. Okay? Once we go from this filtration, we put it into a falling film. This is it's all very similar to liquor distillation, right? Where you pour it, you put the solution to one side, it's gently heated, you start to evaporate the ethanol on the other end. The ethanol goes up into the stack, condenses back into a liquid, and is collected on that end. After you run it through the entire gamut of process, you're left with filtrated, winterized, solventless distillate, CBD or THC, depending on your product. And on this end, you're left with just your virgin ethanol. Okay. It's clean, it's returned back to its previous state. Then from here, we go into the short paths. And in the short path is where we're removing any residual ethanol, as well as the plant terpenes. The terpenes are you familiar?
The ones that bring you hit.
Essence of the plant, right? You want those out of there, because by the time you put them in the white film evaporators, it can't gum up. Because they do have some, like elasticity at the molecular level. So we remove all of our terpenes and residual solvents in the short paths. This could prove to actually be a bottleneck with the amount of short paths we have anymore. And then you go into the white film evaporator. Each of these systems are rated to be able to do 40 liters of finished product a day if ran continuous, and they're designed to run continuous. So this is just a control panel that distributes all the power everywhere. but there's also a computer plugin which transmits out what everything's doing. So through the interface that they've developed, I can be wherever, and I can log on and see if the operating temperatures and stuff are within range. Obviously, I won't be the one monitoring that, the production manager will, but it's nice to have, especially with a facility this size, where the office might be 300 feet away, you know what I mean, without having eyes on it. A lot of the first iterations of these machines, not Salem's machines, but this type of technology, it's a lot of watching, and you have your tech standing around with heat guns and making sure the cold's high enough, etc. So, you know, being able to monitor that it's important, and I think we'll gain efficiency from doing it. But when you're looking at this, you have the raw materials put into this. It's then forced through with the pump here. It's forced through this series of tubes, and it goes through your condensing and heating coils. And if it was on, you'd see it, you got cold and heat working at the same time. And it separates wanted from unwanted material. This is a cold trap, so inside this, you actually fill it with dry ice. And you keep it, this full of dry ice is about good for about 8 hours. Okay? You fill this with dry ice, and that on, you'd see it, you got cold and heat working at the same time. And it separates wanted from unwanted material. This is a cold trap, so inside this, you actually fill it with dry ice. And you keep it, this full of dry ice is about good for about 8 hours. Okay? You fill this with dry ice, and that provides the cooling that you need to condense each of your materials into the weight you need for it to be separated and fractionally distilled. If you get really good clean material with a good filtration, you may be able to get by with one pass, what they call one pass. But ideally, we're going to run all of our material 2 passes. So yeah, I mean that's the process here.
And there's any regulation on working like these machines only with CBD products, or like
no,
you can mix, you can use it for both?
Yeah, from a manufacturing standpoint, chemically, each plant's identical.
Yeah.
From you know, obviously much different effects, but chemically it breaks down the same and is distilled the same. So that being said, if I ran CBD through here and then ran it through a cleaning cycle, you could pour CBD material through it and it'll do the same thing. End up with high quality distillate at the end.
And there's no regulation on using the same machinery, like you can use it?
Yes. Well, I say yes today. The state of California and the federal government, for that matter, they're all hammering out their version of the regulations surrounding industrial hemp. It got voted in from a high level with the latest agricultural bill. But nobody has written, at any level, has written their guidelines.
All right.
So here locally, most cities are waiting on the state to release their hemp guidelines and their oversight guidelines, and then they'll pass that package.
Smell it?
Because it smells.
Smell pot?
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Around here. Truly.
Really?
Yeah. All these greenhouses. Yeah. I got a greenhouse right up the street.
Nice. I would love to see that.
60,000 square feet.
It's possible.
60,000 square feet.
Yeah. Okay. You've never been there?
No?
Oh,
No,
we'll go.
because last time was raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was raining.
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I will go.
It's right here.
How's it going, gentlemen? What's up?
Hector, what's your name again?
Mike.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So, tell us, Mike.
So, what do you want to hear? So we got 60,000 square feet. We got 60,000 square feet of flower space here. Inside this house is 15,600 plants. We got it staged at this facility to have a perpetual harvest, just to help us smooth labor.
Okay.
and you know, have constant product always pulling down and ready to sell. Yeah.
So those are different strains? These
Yeah,
ones?
every house has a different strain. Well, there's 3 different strains that we usually run at the same time. Most of them are OG. That's what everybody's liking
Okay.
lately. So yeah, we stick with what's the best. And, we go with that. That's the last day that we harvested, and we have a drying room up front.
Okay.